Good morning, friends. So many of you recognize where I am, and some of you might know this, and some of you might not know this, but very soon, like in a matter of hours, this area is going to look vastly different. It is going to take on an incredible transformation. So I thought that it would be a great idea for us to do this lesson in front of this area right here before it totally changes. And one thing to keep in mind, when you come to school next week, because I know a lot of you are on spring break, but when you come to school next week, or the next time we do a lesson out here, if it looks a little different and seems a little not so very pretty, a lot of things have to go through that change before they really show the wonderful future that it's going to have. So when you walk past it, if there's caution tape, if it looks like everything's all jumbled and all messed up, it's supposed to be that way, and it will get better. It will. You know how they say it's always darkest before the dawn, or some things take major destruction before they can be built up in beauty? Well, that's going to be this case right here, okay? So let's go ahead and get into our devotion for today. We are going to be in Luke chapter 10, and we're going to read 25 through 37. Oh, and just in case you were wondering, yes, I did invite these birds, so they're going to do Bible study with us. So if you hear them in the background, that's what's going on. Okay, so we are going to, like I said, go to Luke 10, and we're going to read 25 through 37. I'm going to get started. And behold, a teacher of the law stood up and put him to the test, saying, "Teacher, what should I do to inherit eternal life?" And he said to him, "What is written in the law? How do you read it?" And he answered, "You shall love the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your soul and with all your strength and with all your mind, and your neighbor as yourself." And he said to him, "You have answered correctly. Do this, and you will live." But he, desiring to justify himself, said to Jesus, "And who is my neighbor?" Jesus replied, "A man was going down from Jerusalem to Jericho and fell among robbers, who stripped him and beat him and departed, leaving him half dead. Now by chance, a priest was going down that road, and when he saw him, he passed by on the other side. So likewise, a Levite, when he came to the place, saw him and passed by on the other side too. But a Samaritan," and we could spend hours on this lesson because this is fascinating, because the priest was someone who obviously should have helped. It's our job to help our neighbor. A Levite, well, now he would have passed along the other side and been a little conflicted because Levites weren't supposed to be around dead things, let alone dead people, because it made them unclean and impure. And so they had half justifiable reasons, but my goodness, someone right in front of you is suffering. Anyway, let's press on. But a Samaritan, and the Samaritans, that was a group of people, they were the bottom of the barrel. Nobody liked them. Nobody went near them. And definitely not anyone who would be attached to Judaism. Definitely not. But a Samaritan, as he journeyed, came to where he was, and we would think he would definitely pass by, right? Well, when he saw him, he had compassion. He went to him and bound up his wounds, pouring on oil and wine, kind of to purify and keep out impurities. So the wine would have been to kind of clean it up, and the oil would have been almost like a seal until they got to where they were going. He set him on his own animal and brought him to an inn and took care of him. The next day, he took out 2 denarii and gave them to the innkeeper, saying, "Take care of him, and whatever more you spend, I will repay you when I come back." Which of these 3 do you think, this is Jesus asking now, which of these 3 do you think proved to be a neighbor to the man who fell among the robbers? And he said, this is the teacher of the law, he said, "The one who showed mercy on him." And Jesus said, "Go and do likewise."